If you are a handmade seller or an artist like me and you thought that Facebook was dead, you should watch this video because I was wrong. So I recently grew a Facebook page from pretty much 0 to 20,000 followers in under 2 months. And I'm gonna tell you in this video how that happened, what that has done for my email list, and if I have gotten monetized on Facebook and how that works. Okay, so a little bit of backstory first. My name is Catherine. I'm a handmade seller. I opened up my business in 2019 and it's been my full-time job since 2020. Last summer, I bought a new piece of equipment called a foil machine, which is a really cool process. I have a lot of videos if you want to check those out on my channel. And I started filming the process of foiling on TikTok. Now at that point, I had about 5,000 TikTok followers, but I hadn't posted in a year. Wasn't really feeling inspired on TikTok, did not see a conversion on TikTok, but started filming this because it's a really cool process. I was having fun and just wanted to share it with other people. Now, once I started filming, I, in my mind, got the idea that I wanted to get to 10,000 TikTok followers so that I could get monetized on TikTok. And I thought, ooh, if I have 10,000 followers, I could like reach out for brand deals. That was my thought process. So I started posting a lot, which was pretty easy. I would just basically put a camera up here and film the whole process of making and packaging a foiled order. And I would use AI to help come up with text overlays and different ways for me to repurpose my content so that one piece of content could potentially make like 10 different videos. And I was posting like 3 videos a day at least. In the next couple months, as I was like doing all this TikTok stuff and researching how do you get to 10,000 followers on TikTok, I saw a lot of videos talking about Facebook monetization and that Facebook, A, paid you more, and B, had better reach. So I figured, well, if I'm posting on TikTok, I might as well just repurpose this content onto my Facebook as well. At that time, my Facebook was maybe like 10 followers. I did not post regularly. I post like once a year. I use something called repurpose.io. If you're not familiar, it's an app where it will take your content that you post wherever and it will repurpose it onto Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, your socials, and it takes off the watermark. You can also add in limitations. For example, I only want posts that say hashtag Etsy to post on my Instagram, etc. I'd done it like several years ago, but then I stopped. Anyway, I decided to turn it back on. And I did this on December 11th, so not that long ago. And another thing that you can do is not only will it repurpose my new content that I'm making on TikTok and put that onto Facebook, it also took all of my old reels and put those on as well. So I set it up to post 3 reels a day, which was easy to do because I already had all that content I had made August through December. So I turned everything on and then I didn't really think about it. But about a week later, I saw that I had like a Facebook message or something. So I went onto Facebook, opened it up, and oh my goodness, I could not believe I had 3,000 followers on that page and tons of comments on my foil videos. Questions, what is this? How are you doing this? My foil doesn't come out like that. So I'm in there, I'm responding to questions, trying to make my page look more professional and realizing, wow, that's a lot of people in a week to join my page. I realized that I teach a foil class because I was answering so many of the same questions. People had so many of the same issues. And when I had started foiling, there really wasn't much information out there. So if you have a foil piece and it doesn't look good, you don't really know where to turn to figure out what the issue might be, and it's hard to troubleshoot. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna make some kind of a guide that people can download, and then I'll get their email address in exchange, and I can collect these email addresses and let them know about this class that I'm planning to make. So I started working pretty intentionally in Facebook in December. So in Facebook, it continues to repurpose my TikTok content. I also started a new Instagram, and so I was making reels in there, and those were getting repurposed into Facebook as well. And as of today, February 10th, when I'm filming this, I have 21,000 followers on Facebook. So that is like right at 2 months of posting consistently that I have 20,000 followers. Now, because I also started working intentionally in December, I was able to start gathering email addresses, which is something you pretty much can't do in TikTok. I'm sure that you have seen on places like Facebook and Instagram where it will say comment below and then I will send you blah, 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 blah. That is something called mini chats. So I set that up as well. There's a free version. I use the paid version. So basically if I make a reel and I say something like, if you want to learn how to foil, comment below the word foil and you will get my free foil guide. They will comment foil. It will automatically send them a link. And then I am gathering their email address so that I can use that for email marketing. My email marketing, which was basically nothing before this because I had not done a good job of nurturing anyone on my email list. I've gotten that up to about 2,200 people, and I have almost 300 people on my wait list for my foil class. Now, I want to talk about why I think my Facebook page grew so fast and why I think more artists and handmade sellers need to look to Facebook to grow. If you think about it, it makes sense that the crafters and the artists are on Facebook because there are so many Facebook groups dedicated to crafts, arts, etc. I think another reason why I grew so fast is because I was posting a lot. And then the third reason is because the actual niche of foil art is kind of rare. You don't see it a ton, and it's just a cool process to watch. But I think that that is true for so many art forms, and so many artists could also have that same success. I'm also posting other things. I'm also responding to comments. I'm responding to messages. I have gone on their live a couple times. I want to get to know my audience and I want them to get to know me. The final thing I want to talk about is Facebook monetization. The first thing you're going to do if you want to monetize your Facebook, which you should if you're posting on there. I have a business page, so that's all I can speak to. But you want to go to your professional dashboard, go into monetization, content monetization, and then there's a slider, I think, where you can click it on to apply. As soon as I started posting again on Facebook, I did this. So that was probably on like December 10th when I first started posting. I think I got accepted at the end of January, early February. I want to say January 30th, somewhere around there. I've made around $160, but in comparison to TikTok, where I have been monetized since the middle of December, I have made $4 on my content on TikTok. If you are an artist, you are posting anyway, you might as well try to monetize your posts. It's always good to diversify your income. You never know what's going to happen in life. And you probably make cool art and it's worth it. So you might as well give this a try. I hope this was helpful. I will do an update later on, check in and see what has happened from all this. If you have any questions about it, let me know below and I will see you in the next video. Bye.